time for the bell. How many options will you sell? Fire up your platform, get ready to enter. But first, let's get the mindset centered. Hey, hey, let's go. We're not here to gamble, we're here to trade. We follow the plan, that's how we get paid. Testing, trading, have success. Find what works for you and forget the rest. Stats and probabilities is what we're about. Time to dismiss greed and doubt. Focus on the process, not the money. And the profits will flow like honey. Power Hour Live, let's start the show. Come on, trade hackers, get ready to go. 0-day options, time to make bank. Get locked and loaded, then be ready to plank. Hey!
Hey everyone, welcome to Power Hour Live, Thursday, February 26th. Hope everybody's having a good day. As far as my trading today, we've got my BICs. I have had one double stop. I think, yeah, my 1120. But I do have 4 open tranches that still have a shot at pinning. Currently up about 1,500 on my BICs. I did one Elmo, hit profit target. That was plus 425. Day trading, I was red, had a loser in PLTR, loser in hood, and then kind of a scratch winner in PLTR. Didn't do a 1 DTE. The VIX was contracted pre-market, and then it ended up popping up and firing off positive at the open, but my bot had an error and didn't enter the trade, so I didn't enter one. I assume it would probably be on this bounce, probably be back in the green maybe. I don't know. Did anybody else do a 1 DTE? No. S&P is currently down 42. NASDAQ is down 340. Russell is green. Above yesterday's high. It's up 10 points. Dow's up 33. Gold down 1/3%. Silver down 2.5%. Notes and bonds are a little bit green. 10-year yield down about 0.75%. Oil is down 0.25%. Natural gas down a little over 1%. Soybeans finished red. Wheat and corn a little bit green. Euro and the pound a little bit red. And Bitcoin down 2%, but also bouncing. No action on any of my wheel positions. S&P back up above its expected move area, just below yesterday's low. I posted in the Transformer channel earlier, I've got this conglomerate of a few different DC time machines. It was looking nice and sweet earlier for a plus 61.45 profit if we expired below 90. But with this bounce, I'm not so sure now. I considered taking some of them off, but it ended up just holding as we continued to push higher. And so now I'm just kind of holding it. That's kind of the dilemma is, I mean, I have no risk. So on one hand, I don't mind. But the fact that I was up several $1,000s and now I have a chance at making very little unless we go back down a little bit. 15-point drop into the close would be handy. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm just going to let it ride. Haven't quite figured out my mechanics on if I want to close any of those early. Yeah, I mean, it's no risk. It's just, when you're up several thousand and then you're not, that's kind of almost like a loss. Not quite a loss, but kind of feels like a loss. Articulate, email Lando at support@navigationtrading.com. I don't know why. There's like a handful of pro members who, for some reason, didn't get it. But yeah, the class on that is March 3rd, after the market closes. You guys are going to love it. Love it, love it, love it. I love it anyway. I think I'm even going to turn some of you calendar haters into calendar lovers. Moel, I'm talking to you. You're going to fall back in love with calendars. Not necessarily the calendar part, but the whole package. Yeah, they got to love you back. That's true. It's a two-way street. Let's see what else. Biggest movers on my board. IONQ had earnings. It is up 23%. Open Door is up 8%. Celsius was up like 20 something. Now it's only up 7. CrowdStrike is up. Circle is up another 4% after being up 30+% yesterday on earnings. Netflix up a couple percent. Meta's a little bit green. Biggest red, Zoom. Zoom had earnings. It's down 12%. It's been pretty weak all day. Coinbase is getting into stocks? Interesting. Was that announced today? Oh, that's why it was up yesterday. Okay. Oh, tokenized. Yeah, there's been talk about that. That's interesting. That will be interesting. Nvidia's down 5.5% after earnings. Had the little pop last night after the announcement, but pretty much all downhill today. Did not participate in the bounce with the rest of the market. And then we had the little announcement of who's Oman? Is he someone from Iran? Oman saying basically just said the talks are going to continue and the market shot up. Oman, the country? Well, somebody named Oman said something. Oman said, we finished the day of U.S.-Iran talks. Talks made significant progress. Oil dropped. U.S. dollar dropped. Markets, stocks pushed up. Oh, there's Oman. So Oman is a country. So what do they have to do with Iran? I guess that's my question. Oman. Oh, mama. VIX back below 19, currently at 18.75. Peaked at a high today of 20.54. I'm going to, I don't know if I should tell you guys this. I'm going to my 4th pottery class tonight. 4th and final of the beginners ceramics pottery class. Let me show you a little piece of work that I put together. I'd love for Watson to come on the mic. That's me. That's me throwing. When you're doing that on the wheel, it's called throwing, if you guys didn't know. It is a couples project, yes. Yes, it is. Sometimes you have to make sacrifices in relationships, you know? It's actually pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie. So last week or a couple weeks ago, the instructor was like, you know, if you want to, you can bring, you can bring like a drink in. If you want to bring a beer or something like that. And so I was like, just one? Am I only allowed to bring one? She's like, well, we don't want you getting too crazy in here. So I went to the gas station before our last class, and I bought a 40 ounce bottle of Modelo. Walked in with that, and she's like, oh, well, I did say just one, didn't I? Oh, I love me some hot yoga, Brandon. Haven't done it in a while, but I used to do it. SPX 6903, little pullback, need a little bit more. Here's my work of art. Beautiful, isn't it? Look at this. Look at the symmetry in that thing. I mean, wow. I don't know what it is. I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but it looks good. It looks good. Tonight's the glazing session. Tonight we get to, it's been whatever they call it when they put it in the oven to harden it. That's what's been going on this week, so it'll be ready to glaze tonight. That was my third piece. The first two, they were a little iffy, so I'm not going to show you those. Yes, we are, B-Market. Yes, we are. All right, SPX holding above its expected move range. Getting a little bounce. I don't want to bounce. I need below 90 right here. 68.90 is what we're looking for. You don't want me as a pottery instructor, I don't think. This is a beginner's class. Let's see if we re-enroll for the intermediate session. Then you guys might be seeing some really crazy stuff. All right, let's check out the price. Back to business. You guys are so distracting. Back to business. 69.10 butterfly. Now it's trading for $1. All right, back to pottery. Nothing's going on. As for tomorrow, we do have PPI. It is also the last trading day of the month. PPI is pre-market. I will plan on a last day of the month Rick at the end of day. So nobody took a 1 DTE today? Why'd you guys not take one? My bot messed up, so I didn't take one. I probably should have been in one. Not sure which strikes it would have chosen to see if it would have been. I would assume it's profitable at this point, though, on this bounce. It's not a bad thing, Articulate. Not a bad thing to do at all. Oh, good. Yeah. So that's your first time you're reading it? Yeah, it's good stuff. Yeah, with all this movement, the old Mahomes might be a little bit of a late add today. Late entry. Yeah, best loser wins is awesome too. The other one, Articulate, it's not trading related, but you know, trading is so mental and habit based, and what you do outside of trading matters what you do inside. So Atomic Habits, I think, is a really good one too. Yeah, no, Best Loser Wins is an actual really good trading book. He wasn't calling you a loser. Yeah, he's got some good like YouTube videos too. Tom Hugard, just on the whole mental side of trading. Yeah, I've heard that before, Watson, that he doesn't actually, I've never seen him trade, but I've heard that he doesn't really trade like he talks about in the book, which is kind of odd, but all right, we got about 12 minutes till MOC. Oh, let's see. Moel, you were talking about an earnings play you were doing. What is that, Intuit or something? We got Core Weave. Those options can be a little sketchy. A little wide. Let me see. Core Weave is about $100 stock, 10 cents wide. Good volume. I guess, yeah, that's pretty tradable. Core Weave hit a high last June at 187. Now it's at 98. It's been pretty range bound here for the last couple months. Core Weave has an expected move of about 12. I think I'll do a little bullish flying Core Weave here. They don't even list Intuit. I don't think I've ever traded that. It's a $400 stock, a couple bucks wide. Got some strikes with over 1,000 volume today. Most in the hundreds. A little tighter spreads on the put side. You doing a calendar, Moel? Again? Neutral or bullish or bearish? A little bearish action. Contact on Mahomes. Like if I scalp it, like if I get in right before MOC, just to see if you can get a quick move when the MOC comes out, then I'll have a profit target and just try to book like 50 or 60 cents. So if I get in at $1.50, I might put my profit target at a dollar to close it, just to scalp it. But otherwise, there's not a profit target. I think Moel's just on the web-based toss, if I'm not mistaken. Looks like the 10 butterflies trading for as much as like $1.15, $1.20 maybe. So with premiums this cheap going in, I'm not going to scalp. Premiums are just too low with all the movement we've had. So I'll still try to get a $2 fill, but it'll be, under 5 minutes to go. All right, I filled that core weave fly at $1.28. Sometimes these big MOC numbers comes a day earlier than the last day of the month. It's more wishful thinking on my part for a big sell number for my time machines. Just need like a 20-point drop. SPX right at 69.08. The 10 fly still trading for, $1.20. I need to stay between like 68.90 and 20 for my BIX to pin. Well, did you do any damage on Elmos today? I just did the one. Got two, nice. Coming down closer to 05. The 05 butterfly looks like it's about the same. $1.20. A little less than 2 minutes till MOC. Let me turn on my volume. Russell's still climbing. Russell's up over 0.5% on the day.
1 minute ago now to begin the market on close imbalance data.
Look at that 15-minute chart on IWM. Came down, bounced off yesterday's low, big bounce, came all the way back down, bounced again, and now it's almost back up to highs of day, which it hit in the first 5 minutes.
Ten seconds. Market on close imbalance. S&P 500 buy side 718 million. Nasdaq 100 buy side 671 million. Dow 30 buy side 17 million. Maximum buy side 440 million.
Small buy side, 700 million-ish.
Voice news disconnected.
SPX down to 05. '05 butterfly is trading close to $1.50. Yeah, we're going to be inside the last 5 minutes to get a $2 fill, it looks like. I'll put in an order on the 05s. Looks like it's trading for still only around $1.60 or so. Yeah, they're staying cheap. Staying a little cheap. Sitting right close to 05, but still only about $1.65, coming up on about 5.5 minutes to go. All right, 5 minutes. Seeing flashes of $1.90. All right, we might be getting close. Filled on the 05s at $2. All right, 4 minutes to go. Need to move away from 05. Yeah, paper trading this strategy is the fills are just so unrealistic. Just because at the end of the day, they get really spready. You know, you're doing multiple legs here. So it's really hard to gauge. The paper trading really should just be used to just kind of get used to the process and the mechanics. And then you can start with one contract because we're not scaling out or anything. And if you get filled at $2, your max risk on one contract is $300. All right, coming up on 2 minutes until the bell. SPX at 06. If you transform it, I would already have my order in there. It's set up as an OCO order, like I show you in the course. And typically, if price moves around 5 points away, you would get filled or get close to getting filled on that transformer vertical. But I've just been not transforming it, and I've just been letting it expire. If it transforms, you're going to make less, but you remove your risk quicker. If you just hold the fly, you still have risk, but if it expires outside of that 5 points away, then you make more. So it's just kind of a preference. I've actually done better just holding the butterflies. All right, less than a minute, sitting on 06, need to move. Above 07 would be, or 07 is my break even to the upside. Excuse me, 08. There's 08. It just depends on how much price moves. Price would need to move at least 5 points away. Depends on how much time's left. But if it moves that much, then... But that's also assuming you got filled at $2 before MOC, which doesn't necessarily happen that often. There's the bell. Little push up to 09 and then settled back to 6908.89. So...
Order cancelled.
Another winner like yesterday, not a
Order
max
canceled.
winner, but outside of the valley. It looks like it'll be about, this thing still might move around a few cents here or there, but looks like it'll be on a 10 lot around 900-ish profit. All right, all. That's a wrap for the day. Be back for the last day of February. I know some of you guys are sad to see February go, but it's the last day of February, so let's make it count. All right, all. Take care. Have a good night. Talk to you soon.